Hello friends, welcome to my channel. It is Rachel here, and today I'm sharing with you another Disney scrapbooking video, which I'm really excited about. This is another day of my 30 days of videos, and I'm posting every single day for 30 days, so I hope you have been enjoying these videos. Let me know which videos you've been enjoying the most so I can make sure I get lots of those in. And yeah, so today I'm documenting Epcot. So I have plenty of videos in this series. I have a video where I hauled some products. I have my Disney Kit video. I have a live video where I started to document our first day in Florida and traveling there. And then I have a video for Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, 2 videos for Hollywood Studios actually. And now Epcot. So we have gotten to this point where we're at the end. This is the last section of this particular series, but I also do have another Disney trip to document. It won't be as long as this one, but it'll still be just as fun. So, yeah, I am using so many of the Beautiful Simple Stories products here, and Epcot was our last full day in Florida. Oh boy, I was having trouble with jammed things in my label maker. But yeah, Epcot was our last day, and it was a lovely day. We ate so much good food. It was the Festival of Arts during that time. So there was some interesting food and so many lovely displays to see and lots to do during that time. There was also a lot of construction going on. And to preface, this was January 2020, so this was before mask wearing. So that's why we're not wearing masks. I realize that people might think that it was in the past year, which it was not. So, yeah, so hopefully that kind of makes a little bit of sense. Anyway, so for each of the parks, I have like a picture of an icon from the park, and I kind of put the name of the park, and there's normally a lot of space in the sky in the photos, so it kind of gives me a good space to put the name of the park. So even if it's not on the first page exactly, if it's on the second one, that's no big deal. But I've also put tabs to mark the individual parks and the individual days. And I also, what else did I do? I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, I put tabs to mark the individual days. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Very shortly, you will see a flip through of the entire album as a whole, the sewing that I've added and the little bits and pieces I've added everywhere, the tabs. Oh, I also off camera added a cover page, so you'll see that in the flip through. So there will be some things that, if you've watched all of these process videos, there'll be some things that that will be new to you. I love these little cut aparts. I think they're all very adorable. I love the vibes of this collection, and I love all the little food icons. We love food and we love Disney food, so it was a great chance to use those different pieces of ephemera and cards and things like that. So again, here's just more pictures of us eating food and walking around Epcot. Now, don't hate me, but at this time, I would say Epcot's probably my least favorite park. Don't hate me. When we went there in January of 2020, there was so much construction that it didn't look the same. It didn't feel magical. You could just see so many things going on and so much construction going on, and it felt very crowded, and because there were so many walls up and things, I don't know, it was very odd. It didn't feel like I was hoping it would when I went in. I don't know, especially because it was our last day and we just had an amazing day at Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is my favorite park. So that was just such an incredible day. I love Pixar, I love Galaxy's Edge, Toy Story Land. But what I'm really excited for Epcot is the Ratatouille ride. Oh, I'm so excited for that. I did ride that attraction when I was at Disneyland Paris a couple years ago. So I have been on it before, but I'm excited to have it at my home park. Walt Disney World to me is considered my home park. So when you're on the Skyliner, you can see the progress that's being made in the France Pavilion. And so I took a picture of it, and it's so cool seeing the pictures now from people who can see it when they're on the Skyliner and the progress. France is just going to be stunning. It will probably be my favorite pavilion. I love like the bake shop there in France and everything. So at least I believe that's where it is. So I'm really excited to have that there and to be able to eventually ride it. I'm sure the lines for that will be so long, and there's no fast passes right now, but that's one I'm willing to wait in a long line for because that ride will be so awesome. And I believe when we were in Disneyland Paris, I don't think Andy got to ride it because I think we went on a ride that gave him a stomach ache, and so I went on by myself. So I don't think he got to experience it. So I'm really excited for him to see it as well. And Ratatouille is one of our favorite Disney movies, Pixar movies, whatever. We actually, for the last like 6 months or so, we have been looking to adopt a kitten. Specifically a kitten because we're worried about Harvey, and if we got a cat and like Harvey doesn't do well with dogs, and I've never seen her with another cat, but she's pretty like stuck in her ways, and I'm scared if we get another cat that's stuck in their ways, that'll be really difficult for them to get along. I don't know if that's true, so that's why we were thinking about a kitten, but honestly, we're open to either a kitten or a cat. But all of the humane societies everywhere don't have any kittens because during the pandemic, people have wanted some extra company and have adopted lots of kittens and cats, which is fantastic. It's a good problem to have, but it makes it difficult for us to find a kitten. Anyway, the point of that story is that we want to name our kitten Remy from Ratatouille, even though it's a rat, but we want to name our kitten Remy, so that's why I brought that up. So I'm kind of going back and forth here. I don't know if you could see, but I Disney bounded as Belle, and so I have this like jean jumpsuit, and I had a purse that is in the shape of Mrs. Potts. I wish I had a better picture of it to show you, but it was a really cool bag. Well, it is a really cool bag. I still have it. But you can see I'm kind of going back and forth here to different pages. Since this is my last part of the book, I was losing inspiration a little bit just because it was really the same thing over and over again. But I still think that these pages turned out really cute. And I'm really happy with how the entire album turned out. And I'm so happy that I have all of this documented. It's funny because usually like I'm very behind on travel albums, and I'm okay with that because travel albums are fun to do anyway, so if it takes me a long period of time, I'm not bothered by that. But this is like the first time except for one really small album, this is the first time I've been so caught up on travel albums because we haven't done any traveling the past year. So it's funny how that works. But we did go away for a weekend up north last summer for a couple days, but otherwise, yeah, we haven't done much traveling. And I think with that album, I made some sort of mini album. I don't remember if it was a Memory Decks card or my Memory Decks album or what it was. Anyway, yeah. So again, lots of food, always lots of food, and we went out for dinner this night, and that day after the park, we were actually staying at Andy's aunt and uncle's place that they rent out in Florida, and we were staying there for the night, and then very early the next morning, they were bringing us to the airport So the next day wasn't really anything at all. Yeah, so I love the products that I got to use in this album. I have so much left over, but like I said, I have one more smaller album to make, which is I went on a trip with my mom to Disney just for a couple days after my dad died. We went in February of 2019. Um, and so I have to document that because I made a mini album for her, but I didn't make anything for myself. And I have an album that would be perfect for that. So the base of the album is already made. It's like a handmade album. I just have to put the pictures in and embellish and stuff. And I already have all the pictures printed, so that should be really easy. I'm sure you guys will be seeing that soon. But wow, we've reached the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I didn't show close-ups, but tomorrow I will have the video of the full flip through. Bye, guys!